Why so shy? What's wrong? Lost your tongue? Surround him!
The story begins with Chen Zhen returning to his old dojo, Jingwu. To his shock, he finds the head chef, Tian, mourning the sudden death of their master. Chen rushes to the funeral and breaks down in grief over his teacher's coffin. 2 days later, still devastated, Chen sits silently in front of his master's photo, refusing food. Fan Junkia, now the head of the Jingwu dojo, explains that their master died of pneumonia, but Chen is unconvinced and suspects foul play. Tensions erupt during a memorial ceremony when representatives from the Japanese Hongo dojo storm in. Their translator, Wu Han, mocks Huo Yuanjia, insults the Chinese as the sick men of Asia, and presents a plaque covered with derogatory words. Chen nearly lashes out, but Fan restrains him, reminding him not to fight in anger. The next day, Chen can no longer hold back. He storms the Hongo dojo alone, carrying the insulting plaque. Yoshida, the head instructor, sends his students to surround him.
Surround him!
Despite being heavily outnumbered, Chen defeats them all with blistering speed and precision, forcing Yoshida himself to step in. Chen ultimately defeats Yoshida and, in a final humiliation, forces the Japanese students to swallow the words that had dishonored his master. The Hongo dojo is left disgraced, and Suzuki, their leader, is enraged. He orders Yoshida and his men to destroy Jingwu completely. Later, Chen attempts to enter a public park but is stopped by a gate guard who points to a sign forbidding dogs and Chinese people. At the same time, a woman is allowed to enter freely with her pet dog. As Chen argues with the guard, a group of Japanese men arrive. One mocks him, telling him to act like a dog if he wants to enter. Chen unleashes his fury, beating the men down and smashing the sign before sympathetic bystanders help him escape. Meanwhile, Suzuki's men retaliate by raiding Jingwu. They beat the students, wreck the school, and demand that Chen be handed over within 3 days, or the school will be shut down and everyone arrested. When Chen returns, Fan blames him for bringing disaster upon Jingwu. Chen tries to justify his actions, insisting he couldn't stand by while they mocked their school and late master, but no one listens. Fan urges him to leave Shanghai. At first, Chen refuses, until his fiancée Yuan convinces him otherwise. That night, restless and unable to sleep, Chen overhears Tian and Fang Kusi confessing to poisoning Master Huo. Enraged, he confronts them in the kitchen.
So you're Japanese?
Well, what about it? That's right, we killed your teacher.
Feng Guai come out.
Chen executes both men with ruthless precision. By morning, their bodies hang from a lamppost for all to see. Fan wakes to find a letter from Chen, vowing to hunt down everyone responsible for his master's death. The next evening, after celebrating with Japanese officers and a Russian martial artist, Wu Han staggers home drunk. Disguised as a cart driver, Chen lures him into a deserted street and beats him savagely until he confesses that Suzuki orchestrated the master's murder.
Suzuki was the one. He said to give the poison to Mr. Feng. He was to give it to Tian. That was the plan.
Chen kills him as well, leaving his body hanging beside the other traitors. The news of Wuhan's death quickly reaches Suzuki, who angrily threatens Inspector Lo, demanding action against Chen and Jingwu. He warns that if Lo fails, he will report him to higher authorities and have him removed. After Lo leaves, Yoshida proposes a direct strike on Jingwu to eliminate all the students once and for all. Suzuki agrees. Before the Japanese arrive, Inspector Lo goes to Jingwu himself. He urges Fan to hand Chen over, warning that if they protect him, the entire school will face severe consequences. Fan insists they don't know where Chen is but are doing everything possible to find him. Lo gives them one final day. Watching from the staircase, Yuan realizes how dire the situation has become. She later admits to Fan that she knows Chen's whereabouts. That night, Fan, Yuan, and several Jingwu students go to search for Chen, but Chen has already gone to the Japanese dojo. Standing before the students there, Chen warns the weaker ones to step aside, saying he has no quarrel with them. They refuse and attack him. After cutting through Suzuki's men, Chen confronts Yoshida, who wields a sword. After defeating most of Suzuki's fighters, Petrov, Suzuki's Russian ally, steps in, boasting that he will finish Chen quickly. Chen proves him wrong, crushing Petrov with a fatal strike before moving on to Suzuki. Their battle ends with Chen delivering a devastating kick to Suzuki's head, finally avenging his master. Later, when Fan and his group return to Jingwu, they find most of the students dead and the rest gravely injured. Shu informs Fan that Suzuki's men attacked and destroyed the school. Soon after, Inspector Lo arrives and demands to know Chen's whereabouts. Fan insists once again that he has no idea. Lo responds that he is bound by Japanese law and must arrest them. At that moment, Chen climbs in through a window and is devastated to see his fellow students lying lifeless across the floor. When Lo declares his intent to arrest Fan and the others, Chen steps forward and reveals himself. Lo promises to protect Jingwu if Chen surrenders. Trusting him, Chen agrees and walks outside. At the gate, however, Japanese soldiers raise their rifles and aim at him. Realizing Lo's betrayal, Chen charges forward in rage. The scene freezes as gunfire erupts, leaving only the implication of Chen's death. Subscribe for more dramas like this, and don't forget to like the video. It really helps the channel.